Hey guys, kumusta? It's Ligaya and welcome back to Good as Dead, where Alec just got beaten up by a stranger and he is not happy about it. But if you're new here, welcome. Make sure to catch up on the previous episodes, and for everyone returning, hi, hello, kumusta? Welcome back. And I hope that you are gonna like this episode. So I am rushing to film because I have to go somewhere on Sunday. It's my mom's death anniversary, so I just have to continuously film videos and I'm not going to be able to edit this. So this might be uploaded later on this week. But now let's just recap the past episodes. So Jace and Alec, Jace, not him. Jace, this is Jace, right? This is Jace, this is Alec. They had found themselves in a desperate situation last episode after a near fatal mistake at the camp kitchen because he didn't know how to cook some soup. And eventually, it drawed a horde of zombies their way. And forced to flee into the wilderness, they spend hours running and finding a shelter in a cave as a storm begins to rage. So this is the cave that they have found. So of course, the boys were exhausted and unprepared. They had to reflect on the choices that they've made and the dangers that they face. So tensions rose as Alec apologized for his impulsive actions, but Jace reassured him that they're in this together. They're not gonna abandon each other, okay? But by the end of the episode, the tension rose when a bloodied figure suddenly appeared at the entrance, and Alec assuming it's a zombie due to the darkness because it was raining, and also it was pretty dark because it was nighttime, and due to the blood on her face, her disheveled appearance, moved to attack, ready to defend her hideout. However, to his shock, the woman fought back fiercely and even manages to overpower him. She really did body slam him on the ground. And thankfully, it revealed that she is very much alive. The moment leaves both boys stunned, realizing that they're not the only survivors in this forest. And Alec, he's wincing right now, still feeling the sting of being body slammed in the ground. He had barely caught his breath when the woman loomed over him, asking, "Who are you guys? What are you doing here?" Jace, ever the pacifist, he tried to explain that, wait, we are just passing through. We found this place while we were running away from the zombies. We really didn't mean to intrude. If you own this, I don't see how anyone can own a cave, but if you're using this cave, we are so sorry. We didn't mean to intrude. But yeah, the woman just paused, eyeing the both of them cautiously. They look, where's your pants? Honey, what happened to your pants? But yeah, she just eyed them both cautiously, and Alec, though still aching, he lowered his guard just a fraction because I'm not sure if you guys remember. You should remember that he's kind of wary of adults. Something about them always failing him. They're the reason why they're here in the first place, fighting for their lives. So Jay said that we thought you were one of them. I'm so sorry. He just thought you were one of them. And the woman backed off because she knew what they meant. She clearly heard the word zombies. And she just let out a dry laugh, the tension in her shoulders easing just a little. Oh, you mean the flesh-eating things that used to be people? And they just both nod. Yes, indeed, those were the exact creatures they were running from. So she just shook her head as if the absurdity of it all was finally hitting her. She said, I ran into them a few days ago too. I'm a mountain ranger. I was out in the forest when I saw some kids doing substances. You know how it is, party deep in the woods. And it just got ugly fast. Next thing I know, I'm getting reports of kids attacking each other, biting their friends. And she's saying this she can't even believe this madness. She said, I loaded a couple of them into the back of my truck. I thought I could maybe take them to the hospital, maybe to the police, or anything. But then while I'm driving, they started banging on the windshield out of control. And I was fending them off with one hand while steering the other until I crashed into a tree. And thankfully, the airbags deployed, she said. And Alice and Jace listened intently. And she continued, she tried calling for backup, but there was no answer. It was just dead air. That's when it hit me. Something was seriously wrong. Those kids, they weren't crazed. Then they just started grabbing me, trying to, So I ran. I just bolted into the forest. Figured it was safer out here than in the middle of all that. And Alex, still sore from the earlier scuffle, just stood there quietly, processing her words. And they both exchanged glances, the reality of the situation sinking in even further. They weren't the only ones running from the horrors that had turned their world upside down. And the woman continued, because she's not done. She has so many things to say, actually. She was sad she was out hunting and foraging for food, just trying to get by until the storm hit. That's when I remembered this cave. She said that she used it as a shelter once before, a couple of years ago, and she just never thought she'd find anyone here, though. Especially, you know, not you kids. So I think she's so excited about this because there's survivors, there's people, and I'm sure they are too. I'm sure Jace is. And then I swear we're gonna get him pants. I swear. But then she asks, so what are your names? And Jace is still a bit shaken from the whole encounter, like cleared his throat, said I'm Jace, and that's Alec. Alec could only give a brief nod, still rubbing his his sore shoulder, his guard clearly not completely down yet, and the woman just nodded as if mentally filing the information away. And she introduced herself as Carlee. And now that we're all acquainted, she said, you mind telling me how you ended up here in the middle of nowhere? But before Jace could respond, he spoke up, his voice steady but cautious. He said that we're just passing through. We got caught up in a whole mess with those things, and we figured that this cave was a good place as any to lay low for a bit. And he kept his explanation brief, giving nothing away, like deliberately leaving out key details, like the fact that they just escaped a behavioral correction camp just a day ago. And Jace shot Alec a glance, like catching the omission, but he didn't say anything about it. He wasn't sure how much they should trust Carlee yet. I think that's what Jace is thinking, or like Jace thinks that's what Alec is thinking. It seemed like the answer didn't seem that strange. Carlee didn't seem to press on the matter, just simply nodding as she looked at these two boys. And she could only say like, oh, smart move. This forest messes with those creature senses, so it's one of the safer places right now. And both of them, they said, like, what do you mean it messes with those creatures' senses? What do you mean it messes with them? And she's like, well, it's the forest. All the sounds, birds, wind, water, animals, it throws them off. Zombies are blind. They just rely on their hearing to move around. Out here, with noise coming from every direction, they probably get confused. Alec, who had been quietly listening, suddenly cut in, like, wait, what? He asked, like, they're blind? Carlee could only nod matter-of-factly, like, yeah, I noticed it back when those kids attacked me. Like, their eyes were glazed, clouded over, and they weren't reacting to anything visual, only sound. That's why it's safer here for now. They can't track you as easily in the forest. But you make too much noise, and they'll find you all the same. Okay, so that's something. They realize that those creatures can't see them. Which is good, and I need this guys to just pee, please. And I don't know why my menu is not showing up. Hello. They need to pee. I don't want them to pee themselves, and also they need to shower. It's still heavy rain, so perhaps they can do that. But wait, what do we do next? Yeah, scrub blood off because you do need to clean it off you. Oh Jesus. She tripped. I'm sorry, but that's something, right? It's something, really. Meaning those zombies can't see them. So they just have to be careful that they won't be heard. But there's a question on their minds, like, you know, in this world, in this age, how do you do that? Okay, so they took her advice and they just started showering anyway while she does something inside. Let's say that she can't see them, and also they have their pants on, okay? Here's what she's doing. She's moving this thing right here. And then she has some things in here, like a pigeon. Because again, she was out hunting, which is she's gonna cut into poultry. And just imagine that she's actually skinning them. Also, the small rabbit. Look at that! Okay, alright, let's cut the meat. And I gave her a low quality red meat and a rabbit meat. However, I don't think we can light it right now because we don't have any wood. And the wood outside is probably gonna be wet. And so she tells them that, you guys, I have meat here. And she shows it to them. She shows them the meat. And she said, I'm willing to share. However, we can't eat it right now. Or, you know, we'll get salmonella. So do you have like any other food that we can eat? So they cannot cook, essentially. They need firewood, which it just needs a day to dry, I think. But she said to them, oh fudge. Hey, hello, hi. Ooh, that's not nice. Okay, but yeah. But she said to them that I have meat here that I'm willing to share as soon as the weather is okay. It's okay now, as soon as the wood dries out. Side. But unfortunately, they say that they are in the same exact predicament because they do have food. They have instant noodles, but I do think that you need to like cook it over flame. They also have potatoes, and you can't eat it raw, I don't think. So it looks like they're gonna have to sleep this night off with a hungry stomach. Because they can't exactly go outside and venture out and hunt or forage because look, it's already 6:30 p.m. and they can't eat any of these food. Can you eat a potato raw? I don't think so. Cup noodles? You know what? Actually, there's a snack that I love snacking on wherein you basically eat cup noodles raw. And it's good, kind of. I don't think they want to do that though. And also, they can't eat these. They might get, I don't know, like worms, salmonella. None of the food they have is an option. What's an option though is sleeping it off. They're pretty tired anyways. They're even gonna sleep. Who gave you that? Excuse me, I was gonna point out that they're even gonna sleep outside. But let's just pretend that they're inside for the story's sake. I don't know who gave this to him though, because I surely did not. I think there's a bug in CAS wherein your Sims are given these skin details or like this accessories that you're not allowing them to have. They're giving them these things without my consent. He is actually the first one to wake up, and unfortunately for us, he woke up hungry and just devoid of fun. Someone else is also waking up, and it's like, did I roll off the cave? Oh god. But yeah, it's only her who hasn't woken up yet. And it seems like it's raining again. Oh god. When will it end? And oh, no? Oh gosh, he was supposed to be attacked by bees? But then suddenly, I guess the bees were scared of him. I mean, he is kind of scary. She just woke up as well and had realized that, oh god, it's still raining. It's still raining. Okay, I guess I just have to forage some food then because I can't cook any. So suddenly she called them over, asking them do they know how to forage at all? And they don't, really. Alec barely knows how to cook and he's like a city boy. And she just said, just come with me. I don't want to leave you guys behind here. And I think you guys would want to eat ASAP, right? So yeah, let's go. While foraging, they also pick up these things, just putting it in their inventory. And it's pretty late now, so I guess they should go. Cause like, yeah, it's time. Oh wait, there's actually more in here. And then they're gonna go. I said late because it was really, really dark outside. And yeah, they took up a really long time foraging, but apparently it's 9:30 in the morning right now, and let's just see what they've got. Okay, so here's what they find. They find sages. It looks like you want a piece, so go outside and do just that. Also you. Let's start off with Jace, who found some sage that you can eat. Nettles that you can eat also. Then some raspberries, some onions, seeds as well that I don't know. It can be grounded down to make flour and oats. I bet it was Carlee that told them this. And then, yeah, that's it. This guy found something else and it's spooky day tomorrow. Apparently, they don't need a spooky day when every day is a horror for them. But they found some dandelions that they can eat. They just discovered this. What the heck? Also, yeah, again, nettles, some lemon that you can't eat, that you can drink, chestnuts, and, of course, mushrooms. Meanwhile, for her, she also found some tea leaves that they can eat. Again, a surprise to me. Some pears, lemons, chestnut, and carrots, of course. They are going to make the wood dry right here. Okay, there we go. And of course, they're gonna eat what they found, so I'm just gonna have them eat one by one right here. Of course, we're gonna ration this because we don't know when they would be able to forage again. It's doing something to their hunger, which is great. Okay, so really, what a relief that they're able to eat. I know it's not much, but it's enough for now. And because their stomachs are fuller, the tension had eased, and their conversation naturally circled back to Carly's story of how she ended up back here. She retold the events, how she was a mountain ranger who found kids doing substances in the woods. The kids attacked her, and she barely escaped by running into the forest after crushing her truck. But this time, when she got to the part about calling for backup, Alec, now more alert after a meal, asked the question that just, came up to him. He said, did you hear anything from them right after? From the backup? Is there any response? Or is there still a dead air until now? And Carlee just paused, her face clouding over slightly. She said, I wouldn't know. I mean, I left my phone and the walkie-talkie thingy in the truck when I bolted. I've just been too terrified to go back there ever since. And he says, that's just fucking great. And Jace, ever the pacifist, quickly calmed him down, saying, hey, no one's perfect. I mean, remember what you did to that soup? And he said, you're never gonna let that go, are ya? So yeah, this banter is cute and all, but he had to step out, because, of course, he just hates adults, irresponsible adults. Of course, she's one of them, he says in his head. But while he's out of earshot, let's just pretend he is. But he proposes something. Maybe we can help you get back to your truck. If we can go together, we can all call for help. And Alec, just listening in, asks, you think we're just gonna stroll back into that nightmare? What if the zombies are still there? And Jay said, I get it, but we can't just sit here and do nothing. He knows Alec always likes acting like he has everything figured out, but sometimes he has to take action and at least attempt to get help, because this is getting serious by the minute. I know he has issues with adults, but please, let us help you. And she said that she really appreciates it and thinks that it'd be a lot safer with you guys. I know you're just kids, and I think there's some underlying things that you can't talk about with me right now, but I promise you that I would keep you safe. She promises that if we can make it back to my truck, we might stand a chance. Alec just listened in, still hesitated, but felt the weight of their words. Again, Jace did say they were all in this together. And if it meant trying to help, he knew he couldn't back down now. He just couldn't let Jace down. Alec then sighed, finally relenting. He said, alright, I'm in, but we do this in the morning. I'll be safer when it's not dark outside and it's already afternoon. I don't want to get stuck out there with no shelter whatsoever. And Carlee could only smile, grateful for the agreement. She said that my truck is just a little ways off. We just have to follow the river. And Jay said that sounds like a good plan. Following the river makes sense. Plus, maybe we'll find more food along the way. That was their original plan, if you guys remember. So yeah, really, it's not that bad. If we can get to the truck, we can finally call for help. So the three are going to settle into the night. The tension began to ease, the rain looking like it's gonna stop anytime soon. So with this plan forming, they felt a glimmer of hope. Maybe tomorrow it would bring a chance for safety and a way out of this nightmare. They finally fit inside the cave. I had to move things around, but oh my gosh, I could cry. And oh no, unfortunately she woke up because... spiders! Oh my god, she started yelling and she also woke him up. However, he's not awake because he is a very, 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 very heavy sleeper. Oh god. And she just passed out on the floor. Or like slept, more like it. And now he's awake and he can't sleep. Again. I know it's not a secret that he hasn't been sleeping very well, but this is just the worst. And eventually he woke up asking, hey, what's wrong? It's like the usual. You never talk about it, you know? Like, do you get nightmares? Oh no, god. Like, he denies it. I don't get those things at all. He doesn't know how to explain it, basically. And just tells Jace to just go back to sleep. He will eventually fall asleep back in a couple of hours. And Jace is so worried for his friend, like, are you sure? And he just reassures him that, yes, I am. Just go back to bed. Or the floor. And Jace, before sleeping, says that I also want to be of help to you, okay? If you need anything, if you need someone to talk to, just tell me, okay? He says that before going to bed. Oh my god. No. That made him blush. Like, he doesn't even know if he's supposed to feel that way. It's such an odd feeling. Like, what the heck? What the heck? That's weird. That made his chest feel things. And oh no, bats are attacking him. Okay, maybe he should at least get some shut eye again, or attempt to, because this whole chest thumping thing, the bats, is not normal. He doesn't understand it. He eventually wakes up and he finds out that the wood are dry, so they can actually get to eat something. So what he's gonna do is that he's just gonna bring this out here, and then he's gonna put like every single one of this into his inventory. She is going to light this one on fire and just cook some unsalted soup, perhaps. Or no, they don't have like those things that can what do you call that? They don't have like pots and pans, so they can't cook soup or anything. So maybe some unsalted roasted poultry meat. That's gonna be fine for now. Well, it is super duper fine for now, actually. I don't think these people are gonna complain at all. Like, they need protein ASAP. Okay, so we cannot roast the meat here, so I had to get creative. That's why they ended up with this steak-looking thing. However, let's just pretend that it's really in a poor quality. There's no salt added whatsoever. So that's what they did just to get by. So be here. I'm nervous with the poo here interaction because I don't have I have wicked winds, but I don't have animations. It's still gonna show up with their butts and all that. And I'm afraid it's gonna show up with their butts and all that. And that's really the best thing that they've had in a while. And now I do think that they have to go. Okay, you guys, they came in here and they have seen the most precious thing they have been looking for. They have seen the river or the stream or the, I don't know, but it's too small to be a river, I think. Anyway, I just also want to say that I have this song in my mind. It's called APT by Bruno and Rose, and it's been on my mind this entire day ever since I listened to it. I don't even know if I sang it correctly, but we're going back to this. They're just discussing what to do, and you know what? They're just gonna follow it. You know what's the harm in that, right? And so far, no danger has occurred, so you're gonna go over here. Alright, there they go. Just overlooking that, and oh my gosh, they can finally see the road, and they are so excited because finally they've seen the road. But then they see it heading straight right at them. And remember the knives that they had? Thankfully, Alec was storing it in his pockets. I know that's so unsafe, but we don't really want a repeat of the last time, do we? Yep. You're right there. Quick and easy death. So yeah. Wait, is anyone worried about that also? And did that bird just poop? Okay, we gotta get out of here. It looks like it's not safe at all. Like, what the heck? It looks like they're not safe here either, but he can take this. And I am not saying that he enjoys this, but oh boy. He is not beating the allegations. And she's like, oh hey, your friend, is he always that intense? Like, I'm not judging, he just saved us, but like, wow. Who did you guys kill? Did you guys also kill people? He's literally defending him like he had to. I mean, we would be dead. And yeah, she knows. And it's just that, yeah, he's so comfortable at this. This is probably dumb. Let's just go. And he said, anyway, you guys, while you were out there yapping, I just killed this one too. And he said it with a laugh. Not scary at all. So they arrive here at this place and they are just exhausted and hungry, but they're one step closer to where the communication is, to where the walkie-talkie thingy is, to where her phone is. And right there, they can actually see it with their own eyes. So she said that she's gonna go up here by herself and just check. And if she's in trouble, she's gonna ask for their help. Because she did say that he needs to clean up himself. What he did was absolutely crazy. And of course, Jace has to be there with him. And Jace asked him, like, you're okay, right? Are you sure you're okay? Did you get bitten anywhere? Did you get like hurt anywhere? Come on, dude. He says, no, I'm absolutely fine. Why do you ask? Nothing. Of course, nothing. I mean, you should probably just sit down here for a sec. Did you even get sleep last night? I know you said you did, but most of the time you just don't. He says, please, can you stop? Just stop fussing over me. Like, you don't really have to be so worried. I swear, I can take care of myself. Oh wow, he's feeling weird. Why is he so worried about me? It's weird, it's weird. I don't like it at all. And we're not trying to get attracted by zombies, so put that down. He says, you don't have to worry, I swear, I'm getting enough sleep. Look, I just took down 3 zombies on my own. I'm fine. I really am. He goes, whatever, Alec. I'm just trying to look out for you. Why are you being so weird about this? We just light it up because it's time for you guys to cook something. Because I believe she's also right about to arrive. There she goes. And she's just gonna head over here. Carlee said there's good news and bad news. And she's asking what do they want to hear first. They want to start with the bad news. Okay, so the bad news is her phone died, but the walkie-talkie is fine. Here's the walkie-talkie. She had retrieved it from the truck, and yeah, they all feel a glimmer of hope, and they're saying that, okay, let's see if it works. And Alec asks, like, do you think this would actually connect to someone? He's skeptical while he keeps an eye out on the trees for any lurking danger, because we know those zombies would like to pop up anytime that they could. And Carlee could only shrug, saying, I have no idea, but let's just give it a try. It's worth a shot. She pressed on the walkie-talkie, holding it close to her mouth. Hey, this is Carlee. Can anyone hear me? I need help. I'm with 2 kids in the forest. And static only crackled through the air, drowning out her voice. And Carlee's heart raced as she tried again, like, hello? Is anyone out there? And they both talk over here, asking themselves, like, do you think we're actually going to get rescued? Why do you hate adults so much anyways? What happened? He really says nothing. Don't worry about it. Well, I'm worried about you, Jace says. You've just been acting, I don't know, weird. I'm sorry to say that. I know you saved me a lot of times for being weird, but he says, like, I don't want you to get hurt by your choices in the long run. I don't want you to get hurt protecting me. And he really could feel his face heating up. What the heck is this feeling? His brain screams inside. But they get cut off because she had talked to them again, because she said, guys, I'm sorry, I was not able to reach anyone. And she immediately tries to cheer him up that, hey, it's not a big deal, we can just try again next time. Or if we can't, we're on the road already. There's surely some cars parked around that we can just, like, how do I say that? Commandeer? What's the word? We can just get any of those cars and we can just travel back to the city. It's not all that hopeless, okay? So anyways, she said since they are on a river, she is just going to wash up because she is very dirty. She's just gonna wash herself right here. It's a safe distance. She's gonna be fine. She took one of the knives also. And also, crazy idea, but she is gonna try to fish. And so these two are just eating their chestnuts and acorns and whatever it is that they foraged earlier. And they're just waiting for her, looking out to see if there's like any zombies around. And eventually, because things are just slowing down, he became quite sleepy. So eventually he sleeps on this very dirty couch right here. And then eventually Jace becomes the only one who's like stroking the fire. Trying to see what combination of produce, what combination of foraged food can he cook. And he's trying mushroom right now, but so far it doesn't look good. I know it looks like a marshmallow, but mushroom, marshmallow, same color, same thing. No, it's not, but you get it. We don't really have a lot of options in this game, do we? And of course he burned it. So he's gonna try chestnut next, and this thing is on his lap. Like, he's just holding on to it because he's not really losing hope. However, as he busied himself eating and like throwing up because, oh no, this is a bad idea. Mushrooms are definitely not for roasting, especially over fire. So it's like, maybe I'm just the same as this guy. We both don't know how to cook. But suddenly he heard a crackling sound from the walkie-talkie. His heart raced as he turned to face it, straining to hear the voice that cut through the static. It said, hello, can anyone hear me? And Jace's breath hitched, like, yes, of course, yes, I can hear you. Who is this? There was a brief pause before the voice returned clearer now.
This is Officer Daniels. We have received reports of disturbances in the area. Are you in need of any assistance?
And he could feel relief washing over him. And at this point, he's awake. He's like, what the heck is happening? And he's listening to the conversation. And he realized, oh my god, someone had heard us. But then they heard his next words. He said,
unfortunately, we're not capable of making rescues right now due to ongoing attacks. However, we do have a safe house. People are getting evacuated to evacuation centers. We have food, we have shelter, we have medicine, anything that you could possibly need until help from the national government arrives. But you just need to drive here. It's located in the city, just near the police station.
And Jace's heart sank. Like, what do you mean you can't rescue us? We don't have a car right now. We need help now. And he says he understands, but the situation is just critical. And he doesn't want to say that they're outnumbered, but he's just saying that they cannot risk more lives.
So the best option is just to reach the safe house. It's heavily fortified and you'll be safe there. So can you get to it?
And at this point, she already came back because it's also raining, and she just heard the walkie-talkie going off, and Jace really felt the weight of the world pressing down on him, but he still says like, okay, we'll do it. Thank you. The officer advises them to stay safe and keep their walkie-talkie with them, and he'll try to talk again when he can. That's the last thing he said before the connection had fizzled out into the static. So, okay, what now? There is an evacuation center, but it's so far away, and they need a car, obviously, and something about them potentially encountering zombies along the way. It's just too much, but they had to try, at least. And I know this seems like out of character, but Alec noticed that he was so nervous just checking on the walkie-talkie over and over again, and so he says that it's okay, like, we can do this, alright? We just have to stick together. I mean, we have Carlee with us. Alec looked Jace straight in the eyes, his expression serious and unwavering, because he can sense that he's trembling, he's just panicking. He said that, I promise you, right? This time, we'll get away from that camp, just like we talked about that night. And Jace's heart raced at the memory, the night when everything had felt so hopeless, when they both feared they might never escape, and now sitting together in the dim light, the idea of freedom felt within reach. Jace asked him, like, together, right? Together, Alec confirmed. No more looking back. We're gonna move forward, no matter what it takes. So the weight of those words hung in the air between them. It's a promise that they both needed. Jace felt a surge of hope ignite within him, and that's why. And Jace wants this. He wants to get out of here. Not just for himself, but also for Alec. They had fought through so much already. He knows that they could face whatever lay ahead. So there might just be an end to this nightmare after all. I am so excited to hear your guys' thoughts and comments about this episode on the comments below. Also, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe if you have not, and I'll see you guys again soon.